when...
Alright, well, welcome to Rusted Wrench Garage. Today we are going to show you how to adjust rocker arms on a big block Chevy. You can probably see the dog sticking his head in through here. Okay, so first I got this hooked up so we can crank it over. I know a lot of guys, they like to put a wrench on the crank and go a quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn. But I don't like to do that. I like to go straight down the line. That way I know we got everything. So we're going to start. First thing we want to do is you want to crank the motor over till the exhaust valve just starts to open. Then we can adjust the intake. And you can tell the exhaust because it's always over one of the exhaust ports. So we'll watch this. Okay, it's just starting to open. So it means we can adjust it. They've got the hot adjustment on this is 24, but we've adjusted them at 24, and then we figured out once it cooled down they was at 18, so we're going to set them at 18. And on the poly locks, first thing you got to do is get the right size wrench. It wasn't that one. There's a set screw inside, and you want to hold this and tighten that set screw down onto your rocker arm stud. We'll go a little bit more. Alright, now that one's set. So then you want to crank it around, and you want to make sure you hold your feeler gauge in there straight. Then to do the exhaust, you want to crank it down till your intake valve goes all the way open and just starts to come back up. Then you can do your exhaust. Okay, there it's down. Just started to open, which is a little bit more than open. So let's do that one again, just for kicks. Okay, it's open. It's just starting to come back up. So now you can do your exhaust. Get it where it needs to be. And tighten the set screw down. I think that was my wrist that cracked. I don't know. A little bit more. I like to put the Allen wrench in there and torque the wrench a little at the same time. Just make sure I got it good and snug. And that's the exhaust. That's how to do it. Now when we go to the next one, you want to find your exhaust valve. And just as the it starts to close, or starts to open, I'm sorry. Right there. Now we can do this intake. It's pretty simple when you've done it 100 times. Okay, I'll give it a little bit more. There, that. Now, like I said, when the intake opens all the way up and just starts to close, then you can do the exhaust. Okay, it's open, starting up. Well, that one's tight. No, it's not. I just didn't get it in there. Now we can do the exhaust on this one. There you go. Now remember again, just as the exhaust starts to close. Oh, we went a little too far, didn't we? There, it's just starting to close. So now we can do this intake. Twist her down till it just starts to drag. Put the wrench on there. Okay. Now the intake will go all the way open. That's when the spring's compressed. And just when it starts to come up, we can do the exhaust. Let's go a little bit more. What do you think? I don't know. I can't hear you.
How come when you push that button, some of these things move and some of them don't?
Because they're not all adjusted yet. They move at different different times according to the cam lobe. All right, one more. Okay, the exhaust is just starting to open. We can do the intake. Well, Helen's being a little stubborn there. I might have had something in the threads. Okay, snug that down. And hey, fellers, we're almost done.
Do you have to do both sides?
Yes, you do have to do both sides. And unless you have a 4-cylinder, then you only have to do one. That's just a joke. So, trying to get it ready. We got a month to get all this work done. Before the drag strip opens up. See? Now that's way too tight. I know what you're, just hang on, we'll loosen it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, he got that way too tight. Yeah, I know. It'll be all right. We can do it again. What do you think about that? Does that make you guys happier?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if I'm gonna do the intake, remember? I mean the exhaust, intake goes down. Down. Just starting to come up. Do the exhaust.
Do you have to do the intake first before the exhaust?
It's best. I like to go in a line. That way you don't get messed up. Okay, I think we're there. Make sure our poly locks are tight. Now, there you go. That side's done. But hang on, fellers. Don't get too excited. Now what I like to do is go right back through it again just to check. We just want to check, you know, because could miss something once in a while. You don't want that. Okay, that was just starting to go down. We're good. Starting to come up. We're good. Starting to go down. We're good. Starting to come up. We're good. Starting to go down. We're good. Starting to come up. We're good. Starting to go down. Good. Starting to come up. We're good. All right, that's that side. That's how you adjust roller rockers or any solid lift cam. That's the way you'd want to adjust it with your poly locks. So there you go. That's how you do it. We're still got a lot more work to do on the Camaro. We've had to build this thing pretty much from the ground up. When I found it, it was sitting out in a field with trees growing around it. It had critters living inside, grass growing up through the bottom. And we found it, I think it was a drug car because I drug it out of the bushes. I know, that was a cheesy dad joke.
That's what I'm talking about.
But it's been a long ride. Now we put our valve covers back on there and we're ready to do the other side. So hey guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you would, please subscribe. We've got a lot more to do on it. We've pulled the A-frames off the car. You can show them right here. There's no front end. We pulled those off because we're going to put some 2-inch drop spindles on it. I've got the lower A-frames already done, control arms already done with new ball joints and bushings. Having a lot of trouble with the top ones. So we ordered tubular ones to go on the top. When we get ready to put them in, I'll explain all the problems we had with that. So, Until then, hit like, subscribe. This is Doug from Rusted Wrench Garage. Thanks for watching.